Hey, can confirm we are in need of your support.
Yeah, but you've got CK coming from your northwest direction, so you stand where you are.
Copy that. Thank you very much. Standing by.
I'm Tanya Talton, adventurer, ocean lover, and I've got a wild idea to circumnavigate the entire coastline of New Zealand, sharing grassroots stories and documenting 52 ocean conservation initiatives, all while having a blast along the way. So I've bought a boat, assembled a crew. Now join us as we try and take this waka all the way to Auckland so we can finish off the build. Safe to say, things don't go exactly to plan. The adventure continues.
So Tuesday morning there was a page for a boat call out, and he typed me saying life raft off Portland Island. My mind go, well, where's the boat? What's happened to the boat? So I had a panic thing, but then in my mind I thought, okay, at least they're in the life raft. Okay, we can head out, we can pull them out of the life raft, and we can race right back and be done and dusted by lunchtime. But then I rung them and just asked them for clarification. So what's happened? Where's the boat? Has the boat sunk? What's going on? Oh no, sorry, typo. Lifeboat. Like, oh, well that's going to be a long day. So over to you.
A Coastguard meeting definitely wasn't on the bingo cards. But let's rewind 48 hours, right where our journey began and our waka waited patiently for us. So we're here in Napier. We've got the old lifeboat in the water. About 3 weeks ago we had a big push, got a big crane and a truck and also a travel lift and did a little sea trial. She went well, but there's still quite a bit to do till she's, I guess, seaworthy or good to go around the Cape. We've got a fella called Mana who's going to be coming along. He apparently doesn't get seasick, which is an asset because Chris and myself have gotten seasick in the past, and with the conditions that we're looking to go into, there's a high chance that there might be a little bit of throwing up. We'll find out shortly. Good, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, good to see you or meet you.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
How was the trip? So you were on Great Barrier out here before?
I was just over on Altair earlier this morning. Tane called me up on Friday. I had to book the flight to make the trip. Got to jump at an opportunity like this to join in such a cool co-pupper.
Yeah, beautiful. It's a pleasure to have you along, bro. Show us my bro. Show you the waka. Woo!
Bigger than I thought, actually, yeah. Yeah.
And if you don't know, Chris is the filmer. He's the one who's coming on this trip.
Yep.
How are you feeling at the minute?
Good. Yeah, see, it'll be a good test for the old seasickness, that's for sure.
And you've got a bit of experience on boats?
I do. I used to work on boats on the Whitsundays in Australia. So, like an ex-maxi Sydney to Hobart yacht and super yacht season in the Med too. So I have experienced some high seas, but I feel like this is going to be a completely different experience. Being on a smaller boat like this with not too much weight, something that's going to be pretty rolly. We'll see how we go. It's going to be an adventure.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And an adventure it was shaping up to be. But before we could depart, we had a few loose ends to tie up. Building a temporary bed from recycled pallets. When there's a wish, there's a way. Is that what they say? When there's a wish, there's a way. Insulating the engine box to keep the heat and noise down.
Tana had the main idea to cut this heat foam to silence the engine bay because it's bloody loud at the moment. So we don't have many tools. It'd be good to cut it with a knife, but we decided to use a wood saw to get through this. Bit of a hack job, but it'll do the trick.
Yeah. And getting marine engineer Ian to give everything a proper once over.
Yep, it's good to come down here and see this project, and we'll get it all going and make it safe to go up the coast.
Got the fuel tank to hook up and also secure, as well as a couple engine checks. Time to crack into it. We've only got a couple of hours to till we set sail because the weather's packing in, so wish us luck. Look who's arrived again. Oscar.
On the top, bro. On the top.
We're here with Oscar. He's wishing us a farewell. It's been a good couple of days. He helped us hook up the nav lights and other bits and bobs.
I'm done.
Are you ready for the voyage? The dream team?
Yeah, bro.
Shot, my brother.
All good, bro.
No, I can't do that. You can cut that. Shout out to Rob as well. Yeah. Dad's the goat. We'll get you guys back on board at some point for sure.
Yeah, on the voyage.
Yeah, a couple months away, but
Get there.
we'll get there.
We'll get there.
See you later, boys. Later, brother. Thank you very much, Ian.
No, all good, mate.
Pleasure.
Good luck and
Yeah.
have a great trip.
What do you reckon the boat's going to go like?
I think I'll be leaning over on the beam C and just following following the bow around, you know. Yeah,
Should be interesting.
I'll be rolling.
Yeah, for sure.
No, have a good luck. Good trip, guys, and good luck.
Thanks so much, Ian.
Cheers, mate.
Really appreciate it.
Good.
Thank
Yeah.
you. We're out of here, boys.
Let's get a photo in case I don't see you again.
Oh, it'll be a good time. Yeah, you'll survive. You're in a lifeboat, you can't go wrong.
All right, it's time to head off. But first, we got to get some fuel.
So, Casper.
We left Napier with a clear plan. Make our way around the East Cape, then continue on to Auckland. We knew the East Cape would be the biggest challenge of this trip, as it's one of the most challenging parts of New Zealand's coastline. There was a bit of swell running, but nothing this lifeboat couldn't handle. If all went to plan, we'd make it to Auckland in 3 days. We're out of here. Thanks for having us, Napier.
Ia hora te Marina, ia whakapapa paunu te moana. He huarahi I mā tātou I te rangi nei. Aroha atu, aroha mai, tātou I tātou katoa, haumie, huie, taike. And to those who don't have their reo, what I basically just said was, may peace be widespread, may the sea be like greenstone, a pathway for all of us this day. Let us show respect for each other, for one another. Bind us all together. It is done. Goodbye.
Leaving port with Mana's blessing had our spirits high, and the old girl was running beautifully. Everything felt on track.
Let's go!
After 10 hours of cruising through the night, we were just about to round Mahia Peninsula. Bang, in the middle of nowhere.
Wake up, we've got engine problems.
What do you mean? Now it's just us in the ocean. Chris was on watch and he randomly got a temperature alarm. So basically we were trying to figure out what was going on there. As we were trying to figure out what was going on, it started to smell. The return on the keel-cooled water cooling system, it was actually cold at the start. So didn't think that there was an issue, and then it got really hot. Yeah, so basically we were trying to turn it, see if I could even attempt to turn it off. When I went to turn it off, then the temperature alarm would switch to the amperage alarm, meaning that most likely it's an electrical issue. Yeah, don't know what's going on.
The vessel has three persons on board and requires mechanical assistance or assistance getting back to Napier. Any vessels in the vicinity willing and able to assist, please contact Coastguard Radio. Message ends. This is Coastguard Radio out.
That's the Coastguard. Broken down 15 miles off Mahia Peninsula, we called Coastguard. Having them on standby gave us peace of mind. But despite being exhausted and running on 1 hour of sleep, I was still determined to fix the boat and keep on going. We'd put too much into this. So the go is take off the engine cover and have a little tinker, check out if the alternator is stuffed. Check out if the water pump is stuffed. We'll try and start it. We're about 10 hours from Napier. Might be getting some help on the way, maybe.
That was a commercial vessel saying he got reported position and would head here if Coastguard thought we needed help. But Coastguard said we don't need any immediate help, so he has stayed away. Which would have been quite entertaining. I wonder what vessel he was on.
Huge ship.
Yeah, tanker, eh?
Let's see if she starts or if she's seized. After some tinkering, we managed to get the engine running again, so I took her for a small putt. But I still wasn't convinced.
We'll see if she gets hot again. If she doesn't get hot, then I think we should be alright. But we might still want to head back, just to play it safe.
On a second check, I spotted a small issue, one that may have been causing the problem all along.
I think we might need to wire that back up, boys.
So just noticed before that this wire was disattached off the alternator, so I just crimped on a new one and see what happens. I've got a theory, it might be a little bit crazy. This thing disconnected caused the amperage issues, and then maybe that caused the alternator to be overloaded. Because the belt which is hooked up to the water coolant system, potentially that was making the belt slip, and that's why we got electrical and cooling issues at the same time. That's a theory, and I'm getting real seasick talking to the camera.
The whole team taking it in turns.
Are we just checking out this beautiful... It's a nice fish down there. Coastguard's actually on their way. So, I don't know. Hopefully we can get it going and maybe we can motor towards them and get back to, probably back home to Napier safely.
Amanda said that he didn't get seasick.
Oh, this is the first time though, so it's a different beast day.
Alright, let's see if she runs.
Now we've just got to check if it gets hot. But the amperage alarm is gone, so that's a good start.
With the engine running again and the alarms finally silent, the mood on board swung right back up. It felt like we had found the fix and the mission was alive again. But then it all flipped. I couldn't shut off the engine and the amperage issues came straight back. I even shut off the fuel line and the engine kept running. In that moment, all momentum disappeared. Hey, can confirm we are in need of your support. We just had the engine runaway on us. It was running on its own oil.
Yes, well, CK is about 15 minutes away from you now. They'll be coming from your northwest direction. Stand where you are.
Copy that. Thank you very much. Standing by. So that's a unfortunate turn of events, to be honest. Very unfortunate. What the heck? What the heck? That was scary for a bit. I thought it was going to blow, like actually explode. Yeah, no, we're really lucky. We're lucky, boys.
Yeah.
They're going to hate this, I think. Can't say I've ever been in this situation before. It's been a crazy almost 24 hours now. We have initially planned for the best and we got the worst. A very disappointing trip for all of us in the end, but ultimately we're just happy that we're safe and just grateful that the Coastguard have been able to technically save us and bring us back to Napier. It's been about a 8-hour journey, 7-hour journey back to Napier of them towing us along at around 7 knots. Very impressed with what they've been able to pull off. We got unlucky this time. We're not stopping. This was a big hiccup for us. A lot of effort's gone into trying to make this happen, and not everything goes to plan, but we don't let that hold us back. We keep on going. We keep the big vision in mind, which is supporting ocean conservation projects across New Zealand and breaking through that barrier of that usual conservation circle and trying to get that to the general public through YouTube and social media and stuff, with a interesting raw adventure and a weird as at times horrible lifeboat, and yeah, meet some epic characters and showcase some of these amazing people that live here in New Zealand and what they stand for. We'll keep pushing forwards. Stay tuned, everyone. There's more to come. Heaps more to come. But it's just a case of how do I get this 500 Ks that way. I couldn't be more grateful to the team at Coastguard Hawke's Bay. I wanted to learn more about the people behind it and the incredible work they do. So the next day I went along to their weekly meeting to find out more and even scored an invite out on their boat.
Look at that.
What's down there?
Working engines.
Oh, working engines, okay. What are those? What's the top speed on this?
So top speed on this with a clean bottom, she can do about 34 knots. 34 knots. But a cruise speed with a nice clean bottom is a good comfortable 26, 27. If the bottom's a bit dirty and is due for a clean, about 25, 24.
And it was about 600 litres you burnt on the way back yesterday.
Yes, we can carry 1200 litres.
Wow.
So we virtually used 50% of our fuel. And as you can see, we went a long way from Napier all the way to Mahia, so a 9-hour job like that, and we only burnt half the fuel.
Wow.
So the endurance that this vessel has is pretty high.
How much does a vessel like this cost?
So CK was actually launched back in 2009. Back then she was just shy of $1 million.
But nowadays?
About 3.5.
Oh, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Turn off!
Coastguard Radio, the CK Rescue CDMT 63988.
Okay, rescue, this is Coastguard Radio, over.
Roger, I'd just like to log a trip report. We have 7 POB heading out to coast shore in Napier for exercising. ETR is 1930 hours. Over.
Roger.
Richie.
A little bit of a static response.
Yes, she is.
Girl, yeah. So off to Auckland tomorrow.
Yeah, off to Auckland tomorrow.
Yeah.
We've organised a truck. Not exactly what we were going for. We wanted to sail it back to Auckland, but we need to start building it. So a truck is what it's got to be. I think it's a 7-hour journey back to Half Moon Bay, where the legends there have also offered us a hard stand and a travel lift. So we're still moving onwards and upwards, but this is a pretty special moment being out here with the same team that saved us yesterday. So very grateful.
So we're just cruising along at 27, 28 knots. Very comfortable ride. Burning just under 80 litres an hour at the moment at about 28 knots. So very calm, very comfortable. Not a bad ride.
How you going, brother?
Yeah, good.
What's your name?
Steve.
Steve. How long have you been with the Coast Guard?
Oh, since February.
Since February.
Yeah, love it.
Is this your full-time job or?
No, we're all volunteers here.
All volunteers?
Yeah, I'm in earthworks. So,
Okay.
yeah, do a lot of work up in the bush and in town and stuff, so.
How did you find yesterday?
That was good. Yeah, pretty straightforward.
Smooth operation for you guys?
Yeah, long day.
Long, yeah, it was a long day.
Yeah. It took us like 2.5 hours to get to you.
Yeah, I know.
6.5.
That would have been painful.
Yeah, well,
But these chairs look pretty comfy.
yeah, they are.
Bit of a spring in there.
I don't care. I don't want to hear Man overboard! I have it in sight, you clear to turn.
1 o'clock, 200 meters.
Smooth operation out here. Boys are pretty well trained, eh? Done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Holding on. That's some horsepower, boys. This day was pretty epic. It gave me a deeper respect for the Coastguard volunteers who show up for their local communities, and after getting to know the team, I felt even more confident heading into a lap around New Zealand. Thank you so much for that experience. That was bloody cool. On behalf of myself, Chris, and also Mana, who were out on the boat yesterday when you guys came and assisted us and brought us back to land. Yeah, we want to say thank you and really appreciate what you guys do. And yeah, it's very much needed. Obviously, you guys are all volunteers and things, so you don't get paid for this kind of work, which is unfortunate. It's definitely something that you guys should be paid for because it's needed for the people to be safe. But yeah, very much appreciated, and hopefully we don't see you again.
Yeah, it's our pleasure, and we actually enjoy doing it as well.
Yes.
That's why we do it.
Yeah, that's why we do it.
Yep.
Passion.
Get back to the community.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Home time.
Home time, yeah.
Where there's a wish, there's a way. And this journey's already really tested that. Things didn't go to plan, but every setback has taught us something new. Then a legend stepped in. Booth's Logistics came through and gifted us transport to get the boat up to Auckland. Seriously couldn't have done it without them. We arrived at Half Moon Bay. They've kindly gifted us a hard stand for the time being to carry out the work on the vessel. Obviously we didn't get to Auckland in the way that we wanted to. We wanted to come by the water. Shit happens, but we continue, we push on, and we adapt. We made it to Auckland, and the dream is still alive. We couldn't have done it without the people and communities who have backed us along the way. New Zealand is full of amazing people doing incredible things for their communities, and we can't wait to share their stories. Stay tuned, we're only just getting started. Oh, that was beautiful. Second most beautiful thing in the marina.